Hey, everybody, welcome to Coffee Talks with Russ Tellup. My name is Russ Tellup. This is an offshoot of my podcast called Trauma Talks Live, which is a podcast where we go on live and I talk to people about trauma and how that affects the nervous system and how that affects your life. This particular um, live video that we do a couple times a week is just something where we get together with you guys, let you know what's going on in my world. Talk about trauma, talk about positive psychology primarily, and just share things with you. Today, I've got some really sad news, unfortunately. My dog, Keena, we had to put down, or I had to put down on Saturday. So it's been a really rough week for me. Let me see if we can pull up a picture of her so you guys can see what she looks like. I mean, I'm sure you've seen her when she climbs on top of me during live videos and everything else that she's done over the days that you guys have seen me on here. Let me pull this up here. It's a really good picture of her. So since that happened, because that happened, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity, or give myself an opportunity to talk to you guys about um, connection and how we connect with animals, mammals specifically. The prefrontal cortex, neocortex, is our connection portion of our brain. That's the portion of our brain that handles communication and helps handle part of our visual brain is there. But it's where we are when we're connected and we're present. And that happens mostly when we connect with other mammals. We are evolutionarily designed to connect with animals, specifically with other mammals. Keena was a co-regulator for me, man. She was always there, which was good, right? She always there. Let me make this a little bigger so you guys can see a little better. She was always right there, which sometimes irritated me. I would yell at her because she'd be under my feet. Um, but she was a sweet little dog, man. I mean, if you were down, she was there to comfort you. If you were in pain, she was there to comfort you. If you were happy, she was happy. You know, she mirrored your emotion, she mirrored your physical state. And that dog had been through absolute hell. She was abandoned for 30 days as a puppy. She was only about 4 months old in a landfill. So she had a lot of health issues. It was really she felt so fragile. That she reminded me a lot of me as a little kid, you know, and I felt like I was protecting her and somehow protecting myself as a result. So she was a beautiful little girl, beautiful dog. She was a wonderful soul. She Saturday morning about 4:30 in the morning threw up on my bed. I yelled at her. I feel terrible for that. Um, Kicked her out of the bed, cleaned it all up. By about 6 in the morning, she started pacing around the house, walking the entire perimeter of the house against the wall on her right side, just the entire perimeter. By the time Alec came over in the evening, she was really lethargic. She kept walking into the corner and just standing in the corner with her head in the corner. Eventually, she came up to me and laid down in front of me, and then Allie and I comforted her and tried to get her to get some rest because she hadn't slept. She just progressively got worse, so I took her to the emergency room at about 10:30. By the time I got her there, she was not moving. She was still breathing. I ran her inside, gave her to the nurse. The nurse ran her to the back. About 10 minutes later, the doctor came and said that they had tried stabilizing her. Her blood pressure when we arrived was so low that they couldn't detect it. And that she was most likely in septic shock, which is an incredibly high mortality rate. And the best option was to put her down. I've had plenty of animals and dogs in my life, and I've connected with some of them, you know. The first one that I really connected with was my dog Luke. Luke was a doodle, or is a doodle. and he ended up staying with my ex-wife and stepdaughter when I got divorced. So Kina filled a really empty space for Luke, you know. Yeah, she was a sweet little dog, man. She filled a part in my a hole in my heart that was pretty big. I've got another really cool picture I want to show you guys and share with y'all. Such a good dog. Here you go. This is cute. You know, she was a real sweetheart. She was playful, fun, but cuddled, man. You'd sit down on the couch and she was immediately right there. Such a sweet little dog. Anyway, if you guys have ever experienced something like this, if you've ever had or lost an animal or a dog, I'd love to hear from you and how that experience was for you. It's been hell on me for the last couple of days. So I'd love to hear from you and how you guys worked through it, how you handled the grief from it, you know, how that worked out. How that worked out for you. And I'd love to hear about your special little friend. You know, I'd love to hear about your dog and yeah, I'd love to hear about your dog and how they touched you and all of that. She was a special little girl, you know. So thanks so much for listening to me ramble this morning. I know I'm a little out of sorts with, you know, the stuff going on, and I appreciate y'all coming on and listening. The point that I was trying to get at is allowing yourself to connect with an animal can help heal some of those attachment issues where you have a difficult time attaching with people. Animals love unconditionally. You know, I yelled at her after she threw up in my bed, and then by the time I got downstairs, the only thing she wanted was to be near me, to climb into my lap and be close to me. They love unconditionally. You will always be enough for them. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'd love to see some of those stories in the comments. I don't mind sharing them. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you guys later this week. Thank you.